Killing someone is easy. Getting rid of the body's the hard part. Someone's bound to come sniffing around eventually. So you gotta teach them not to stick their noses where they don't belong. They say curiosity's like a bad itch. Left unscratched, it'll fester like an open wound. Scratch too hard, and you may wind up dead. I think a little curiosity's healthy in a person. After all, we all want what we don't have.
6 weeks ago, I met my last love. By last, I don't mean latest. I mean my first and final one.
Paul and Jean Medill and Annie Ainsley for Dwight Billings, please.
Well,
I met him through Jean. Jean collects people like a velvet evening wrap collects lint. I've always been the fifth wheel on the wagon, so that night was nothing new. Or so I thought. I walked down the longest hallway I'd ever seen. And suddenly you turn to your left and come down the steps onto the floor of the drawing room. Every girl's glimpsed someone that she thought would have been just the right one for her. The moment that I saw Dwight Billings, I knew he was it.
My God, is there an end to this hallway? Dwight. How lovely to see you.
Jean, how are you? Paul.
This is Annie.
Hello, Annie.
Hello.
I've missed you. We were beginning to think you'd become a recluse.
Now, Jean, don't let's start on that again. Thank you, Lisa.
I've heard so much about your lovely home, Dwight, and I must say it lives up to every word. How did you ever happen to get a hold of it?
An aunt. The right kind.
Old and rich.
Fond of me.
Dead.
She owned the place forever, and when she died 2 years ago, I found it on my hands.
Now, why don't I ever find things like that on my hands?
Why are your eyebrows up?
Are they up?
Yes, they're up.
Oh, he just seems so sad, don't you think? Didn't you notice?
I suppose so.
I don't think I've ever seen him so blue. It's probably some girl. It always is. Just be careful.
Jean, I'm the most careful girl you know.
Careful girls don't put their cigarettes out in martinis.
It was some girl, all right. Some girl who wore cheap perfume. I wondered who she was and and what she did to make him feel that way. I didn't have to wonder for long. She stood there like a mannequin at a fashion display. Even the price tag was there in full view. It was inscribed, "To the highest bidder, anytime, anywhere."
Billy!
They have the worst taste in women. All of them. Who is to explain their taste in women?
Mr. and Mrs. Stone.
I wanted you to meet my very new husband. Well, just breaking in, really.
You two should know each other.
Don't be bashful. Shake hands. Harry, Dwight.
You're a very lucky young fellow.
I feel like I know you already. I've heard so much about you.
It's very kind of Burnett. This is Annie Ainsley, Jean and Paul Medill.
Very pleased to meet you.
The pleasure's ours, I'm sure.
Hello. Luther, some champagne for Mr. and Mrs.
Stone.
I'd rather have my usual, Luther.
The air was so thick with cheap perfume you could cut it with a knife.
So where did you two honeymoon?
We took a run up to Lake Arrow.
Beautiful, isn't it, Harry? How is the old lodge? Is Emile still there?
Emil's still there.
Has he done anything about changing that god-awful wallpaper in the corner bedroom yet? He was always going to. It was yellow, and it looked as though somebody had thrown up all over it. Do you remember, Burnett?
We happened to be up there at the same time once, vacationing.
At the same time.
I know you told me.
It wasn't that the husband didn't know about them. It was that he didn't want to be forced into publicly admitting that he did.
Well, we just thought we'd come by and say hello. Maybe we should be going. It was lovely meeting all of you.
Oh, yes. Wonderful.
Good night, Billy.
So long.
Well, it's getting late. We should go too.
Yes, just look at the time.
You sure you don't want a refill?
Billy, would you please speak to Luther? He refuses to give me my coat.
Luther, is that Mrs. Stone's coat you're holding?
Of course it's my coat.
Read the label in the lining and see what it says.
Miss Burnett Brady.
Ah, yes. Miss Brady.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Take this with you. Use it.
What?
I'll call and make a quick appointment, and then the whole thing will be over in no time.
Why would I need a divorce attorney? This isn't funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Is Luther going to give me my coat back or not?
Come back for the coat, Burnett. It'll be here, waiting for you.
Why don't we be consistent about this, shall we?
Come on, Harry.
What a charming couple.
2 weeks passed and nothing happened. No word, no sign. Was he back with her? Was he with somebody else? Was he alone? I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Dwight.
Hello, Dwight.
On the rebound. I thought I might get him that way. They say that you do.
Well, Annie, you look beautiful.
I'd rather have my usual Luther. I'd never been happier. That's when I smelled it. Love was hovering close by. But it wasn't for me. Burnett was back. Cheap perfume and all. I tried, but I couldn't summon up the proper face. How do you put on a face when a 10-pound weight's been dropped on your head?
Luther, why don't you try tuning into the Bull concert?
That's the Bull concert. They're certainly learning some good habits.
The open-air concert, Luther, the Hollywood Bowl.
I can't seem to get it.
The concert was called off. One of the girls at the store had tickets.
Called off? Why would they call it off?
On account of the rain.
Is it raining?
Oh, it's drizzling.
Oh.
I was wrong. It was a 20-pound weight. And getting heavier all the time.
I told you to take that antibiotic. Doctor swore up and down that a little antibiotic would take care of all of his troubles, but does he listen? Never listens to anybody.
Thank you. Then there she was, unannounced. He'd made a few improvements on her. Her dress was a little higher at the neck now, and the phantom price tag had been taken off.
Really?
Burnett. Remember Annie, Jean, and Paul?
Of course. How are you? Oh, I'm sorry I'm so late. I stayed on to the very end of the concert.
Did you?
I just couldn't tear myself away. Billy, you should have come with me. It was heavenly.
What did they play first?
Shostakovich. Didn't I pronounce it well?
Too well.
She couldn't figure out how, but she sensed that the jig was up. And it was a funny thing. But at that moment, I felt kind of sorry for her.
I have a headache.
Shostakovich always gives me a headache, too.
Well, maybe I'd better just go.
There's nothing keeping you here, Burnett.
Well, then. Good night, Billy.
But you've only just arrived.
The cipher was evidently hoping that she was going to rip her dress off again. Sometimes that's all the trace you leave behind in this world. A little cigarette smoke, quickly blown away. Well, when I got home that night, I had it bad, real bad. I realized if I didn't go to him now, I'd spend the rest of my life staring at a heartsick face in the mirror. Forget it.
Who is it?
Annie. Ooh. Did I get you out of bed?
No, I was just getting ready by easy stages.
I left my key. I lost it. I can't get into my house. I didn't want to bother Jean and Paul with driving all the way back, so I took a cab.
Well, it's not here. Your key's not here. I would have found it myself after you left.
Couldn't I, come in a moment and take a look?
But it's not here, Annie. I'm sure of it.
Oh. I'm sorry. You're not alone. I'm sorry.
You're mistaken. Come in. Whatever gave you the idea I wasn't alone? Even Luther's gone home for the night.
Maybe I left the key in the bedroom.
No, that's impossible. You weren't in there.
Well, what if I was?
Let me get you a drink.
You don't have to sit in the next state, you know. Was a pretty bad jolt.
Or was?
You don't have to pretend with me.
Please, let's not talk about it.
Does it hurt that much? Why don't you put iodine on it?
Is there iodine for such things?
Mm-hmm. Here's the bottle. Right beside you. It stings for a minute. And then you heal. You heal clean. No festering. Won't you try iodine? Don't you understand me, Dwight? I'm making love to you. Would it be that bad? Being married to me?
Married?
You've just been proposed to, Dwight. That was the first proposal I've ever made. You don't laugh when a lady proposes to you. You meet her on her own ground. You give her that much at least.
That would be about the the dirtiest trick that I could play on you, you'd be sorry.
I want to be. Let me be.
I'm thinking of you, Annie. You don't want me.
I'm getting your pronouns mixed. But on shorter terms. As short as you want. Even just for tonight.
Oh, God.
Seduction doesn't agree with you.
I'll see you out.
No. I'll see myself out. A cold wind came from nowhere and knifed me where I stood.
There's the front door. Good night, Annie.
They tell you wrong when they tell you infatuation dies a sudden death. Infatuation dies a lingering, painful death. So I waited. I waited for an antibiotic for love.
Thank you. I thought you had the age. Oh, God, did you read about that old girlfriend of Dwight's? What was her name? Bernadette?
Burnett.
Showed up missing.
Miss her.
Disappeared into thin air. It seems the last time she showed her face was at his house that night that we were there.
Dwight probably killed her.
And that ex-husband of hers is making a big noise about it, too. The police were even up to question Dwight about it and everything. It's your trick, honey. You're leaving.
3 weeks later, I saw my last love again. By last, I don't mean latest. I mean my first and yet my final one.
Who is it?
It's Dwight. You got any iodine?
Hi.
I just thought I'd come by and say hello.
Oh.
Hello. Where have you been?
Around.
Oh, I was there too.
Well,
Listen, Annie. About that night.
I don't want to know.
I want you to know. I've been thinking a lot. And let's get married. You've just been proposed to, Annie. That was the first proposal I've ever made.
That's not funny.
It's not meant to be funny. I want to marry you. Come on. Let me in.
Did I wonder about her? About that night? A little bit. But not for long. After all, the people you know never do things like that. The people you read about might, but never the people you know.